what happens when the government turns around and says, you know what, we're going to go with what the people actually want, and we're going to actually say, I don't know, deport people, get people out of the country. Well, what happens? What's happening in the United States? Well, we're seeing it. We're seeing Gavin Newsom's LA erupting in peaceful protests, peaceful gatherings, as CNN would put it, violent riots that are happening, cars being burned, people dancing around, people, doing that sort of thing. It's incredible. It's incredible that this is the scene on the ground. And the most amazing thing in my purview of looking at this is how inorganic this thing is. This is actually being corporately sponsored by this is a website. It's called nokings.org. This is the website that's trying to put together this thing because they're upset that people are being deported. They're saying they're deporting Americans, but obviously they're deporting illegal immigrants, people who are not in the country legally. You've committed a crime by not being having legal status, overstaying a visa, all that stuff. But June 14th, they're expecting to make this happen over all these different cities all over America, mostly liberal strongholds. Interestingly enough, they want to just blow up and destroy their own cities. We saw this though over the course of last Trump's presidency, right? Wreak havoc all over America, cause all kinds of problems. But this time it's like open corporate sponsorship. This is the craziest part. So on the website, they have a partners section on the website.
Oh my God.
Where they literally list who's sponsoring all of these violent protests. I don't know if I'd want mine.
Is that Bernie Sanders? I wonder.
It's Bernie Sanders, dude. Bernie Sanders. Is crazy.
Yeah, look at those 350 actions. Those are all climate people. Who else is
all
there?
Of this stuff.
Yeah.
Fix democracy first, like all these different orgs or whatever. But then there's some like political candidates, other things that are involved. There's evidence that maybe Walmart might be involved in this whole thing. It's really a mess. And what it is at the end of the day, it's people coming out and they're rioting. They're literally rioting. Now, the head honcho of the whole thing, and I've been a big fan of his work. We're talking about Tom Homan. He's just not having it. He's saying you come out, you riot, you break a law, we're gonna apprehend you, and if you're not here legally, you're going home. This is actually
I love that man. I love that man.
It's actually it's funny that it's working out this way. So the sanctuary cities, and he points this out, the sanctuary cities are not allowing them to go to the prisons to pick up these illegal immigrants. So they're letting people out on the streets, and they're causing all these problems. And all it's doing, and they're complaining because there's too much of a police enforcement thing happening. It's actually causing more enforcement, more police presence in the streets of these sanctuary cities, as they call it.
Well, I'm saying, leaving. Well, as a matter of fact, we got over 100 teams out today enforcing immigration law, and we're going to flood the zone. I've said for a month, sanctuary cities, you don't want us to arrest these bad guys that you just listed out. We could arrest them in the safety and security of the county jail, but they won't let us into jail. They release them into the community, which means we got to send a whole bunch of teams in the community to find this dangerous person that don't want to be found. So sanctuary cities are going to get exactly what they don't want: more officers in the communities and more officers in worksite. We can't arrest them in jail or arrest them in the community. If we can't arrest them in the community, we're going to increase worksite enforcement operation. We're going to flood the zone. And based on what LA is doing right now, we're going to continue to flood the zones. We're going to be there tonight. We're going to be there tomorrow. We're going to be there every day in the next 4 years, arresting public safety threat illegal aliens. We're not going to apologize for doing it. So we're not going anywhere, Jesse. We're going to do the job the American people voted Donald Trump in office for. We're going to make America safe again, one illegal alien criminal at a time. And this is another reason we need the big, beautiful bill passed so we can hire more ICE agents, get more technology, and help us find these people. Look,
I love it. I love it. Just the rhetoric is so much better on the other side of the border. We're gonna get this big beautiful. It's called the Big Beautiful Bill. It's awesome. It's so funny.
I guess I just don't understand bleeding heart liberals. Like I just don't. Like why would you let in people illegally into your community and then give them shelter? I used to understand bleeding hearts. I'm not a bleeding heart. I used to understand, like, I equated it to maybe a little bit more compassion than what I have. But like, this is ridiculous, right? Like, people are, 70 million people voted for Trump. I'm sorry, folks, but 70 million people voted for Trump, and he has a mandate. I can't think of any single human who's had a bigger mandate than Donald Trump. 70 million people put an X next to his name, Like, we had Angus, what's his name? Angus, the NDP MP this week, again in the House of Commons, saying we shouldn't allow Trump into Canada for the G7 because he's a blah 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 blah, like he's a convicted felon.
Yeah,
the man was elected by 70 million Americans. He's the leader of the free world. And he's
doing a good job. He's
doing a good job, and he has more mandate than anybody I've ever known. So he's actually, and I were critical.
The thing, before we move, I just want to. There's one last point, because I got this picture up, and this one nails it, because we're talking about people who don't like America being in America anyway, and this one definitely takes the cake. Let me just pop this on the screen. So it's people that are saying, screw America, viva la Mexico. And then Buddy says, okay, buddy, take you back to Mexico then. No, please don't make me go back. It's like, if you love the other place, go to it. That's it.
We're in the same boat, right? We're allowing people to come here who are like temporary students that are protesting that the rules are unfair, and then we're trying to send them back home. I don't give a shit. I really don't. You came here, you knew the rules, and once you're here, and if your visa's expired, get out. You didn't finish your studies in time enough before your visa expired. You're out. Go home, reapply, but don't, like, why we would tolerate somebody in this country on a temporary visa protesting? Why would I tolerate that for more than a nanosecond? But we're giving people, they're not only protesting. I mean, I saw a video this week, like, they're burning our flags. Like, somebody from another country coming to Canada and burning our flag.
Get out.
Yeah, get out. Like,
that should be at the discretion of like, is someone at
the only person who can burn a flag, right? As far as I'm concerned, is a soldier who fought for it. And I know they won't. When a typical Canadian said somebody fought for our freedom so that I could burn the flag, you're pushing the limits there. They fought for your freedom. That doesn't mean you're free to do just about anything you want. I understand, and we're allowed to fight and burn the flag in this country. I get offended by people who burn the flag. That's just.
I'm obviously going to disagree with you on that one. So, like, my purview is that's freedom of expression. You can do it if you want, but the thing is, if you're not a resident of this country and you do something like that, it's a gesture of your hatred to the country. That should be grounds for revoking your permit to be here. I absolutely, and that should be a stipulation we should write that into visa law, like the whatever.
Oh, it is visa law. Visa law is like, they ask you, have you broken the law? You can't even get into this country if you've broken some serious laws, right? That's the that's the rule. So and it extends to, once you're in this country, that's a condition. You break a law once you're in this country, you're back out. You're done. You're out. So it's we got to get this under control, man. We got to get the immigration under control.
Thanks for tuning in. This is actually a smaller clip from a larger conversation that took place on the channel. If you want to check that out, the link will be in the description down below. We'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.